and welcome to the preface for A Beginner's Guide to Shadow of Chernobyl. And what I am assuming you have done up until this point is that it's your first playthrough. You have taken and hopefully completed the job to rescue Nimble. If you have not gone through the built-in tutorial that Sigrovich gives you at the start of the game, I'm going to also assume that you actually have, so if you skip that, that's your problem. Why I'm giving this guide out is because I love the Stalker series. I've got over 900 hours with just Shadow of Chernobyl, with mods, without mods, and I've noticed there are things people, either that I've talked to, that I've watched on YouTube myself, do or don't know about the game that I find they should be able to use the information. So either they do something and blame either the wrong mechanic, or it's actually not the game. It's them going in with preconceptions or something. And this ranges from how things work with the PDA to how combat functions. I've heard a lot of things from a few people, so instead of just explaining to everyone individually, I figured I would put it up on the internet so I can just point people at the video and they can watch it for themselves. And what this guide aims to do is just give you some good fundamentals, some things that you can use the entire game. It's not going to expire. It's not, oh, this will get you into the meat of the game. I want to give base information so that if maybe you put the game down because you thought the AI was cheating, or you thought that the guns are just horribly inaccurate, well, maybe after watching this you'll have some better understanding of how the game works and you can pick it up. This is simply because the start of the game is brutally unforgiving. It's symptomatic for the rest of the game, but the start of the game is probably one of the hardest parts. Even if you know what you're doing and you've done it 17 times, it can still mop the floor with you. And it uses the same mechanics that later in the game uses. You're just at a serious disadvantage at the start of the game. So I'm hoping you will get useful information out of this, maybe learn something that you didn't know, maybe make a discovery as to how to just better play the game when you're well past where I am covering everything. And on that note, the entire guide takes place north of the military camp, which you may have wandered into and gotten horribly murdered, and south of the railroad embankment. Everything I've gotten, everything that I will show, stays in that zone, stays in that little region of the cordon. And that is because I am making no assumptions on, you've played it before, No, I'm assuming it's your first playthrough and you have not crossed the railroad embankment, and you're in the true starting area of the game. Enjoy, and I hope the information is useful.